I am award-winning published photographer and journalist Evan J. Thomas, and I'll be bringing you badass artists from the genres of music, art, sports, radio, as well as TV and movies. On the Badass Podcast, you will hear raw, bold, blunt, and honest conversation-style interviews where no topic is off limits. Check out the show at badassproductions1.com and go to the On-Demand tab and pull up the Badass Podcast where you can watch or listen to your favorite show. Get ready, because I am Evan J. Thomas, and this is badass. All right. Boys, sitting down here with South of Eden out of Ohio. This is your first fucking tour in, what, a year plus?
It's like our first show.
First show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
first
show in a while.
So we're going to go around the room, South of Eden. You guys are going to introduce yourselves. Say who you are, what you play.
What up? I'm Ehab. I sing, and I sometimes play stringed instruments.
Hey guys, I'm Justin. I play
Hi, Justin.
Hi, you should do that, right?
I play lead string fiddle.
Hi, Justin.
The extreme fiddle.
Lead string fiddle.
Lead string fiddle.
I like that.
I am Nick, and I play the low guitar.
Hi, Nick.
Or the
Hi,
heavy
Nick.
bass.
Hi, Nick.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
My name's Tom, and I play drums.
Hey Tom, yes.
Tom.
Tom made it. Tom made it.
And
this
I
weekend.
am Evan J. Thomas, Badass Productions, Badass Podcast. So,
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
Hit that subscribe button.
Ring the notification bell.
Smash the like.
Smash the like button.
Smash the subscribe. Like button.
Hit the notification
bell,
bell.
bro.
Get the notification bell, bro.
So we are in Cincinnati, Ohio. Actually, not really. We're in Newport, Kentucky.
Across the river.
barely.
What the fuck?
Barely.
We're 4 blocks from goddamn
Yeah, we're
Cincinnati.
like, there's Ohio right there.
Exactly. So we're over outside of, what is it, Southgate
Southgate
Revival
House
Hall?
Revival.
Yeah.
House Revival. Okay, so have you actually checked out the inside of this place?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How
Yeah.
fucking cool is this joint?
Oh, it's
It's
badass. It
amazing.
sounds
Literally
great.
badass.
It looks great. It's awesome.
I mean, when you pull up to it, it's like an old, like,
Church.
It's a
Yeah.
giant red
Pretty
church,
sweet.
and the inside are huge vaulted walls, and there's just stained glass everywhere, and the stage is huge, and it's run by
It sounds like a cave.
super kind people. So yeah, awesome
Yeah, so
spot.
far everybody I've met in there, pretty sweet. Your brother's pretty cool too.
Yeah, he's a
When
cool
he
dude.
looks like you, I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, he's like, no.
Got the same.
No, I'm good. So I'll not partake in this time.
Heard that.
So you guys are on tour. This is your first show in a year, at least.
Since
Not really, 'cause
Since
Yeah.
October.
We
Since
did a
October.
couple live streams.
You guys
but our-
did-
Or no, November. November we did Louisville and Canton.
Because you guys did a couple social distancing shows.
We did.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Same thing with tonight.
Same, yeah, so there's chairs set up and tables set up within social distance rules. Yeah, fuck you, 2021 and 2020. So you guys were in the middle of a tour when COVID started, correct?
We were
Almost.
we weren't necessarily touring. We were kind of jumping around. It felt like
Playing
America
spot shows.
playing spot shows. South of Eden, as a band in total, has only played 6 shows
As the
as
new
this
name.
as the new name, right?
Okay.
So as soon as we changed, we changed the name in December of 2019.
Correct, 'cause I've been
and-
following around that shit
Right.
since
So 3 months later,
COVID hit.
the whole world ended. So we just kind of laid low, and we, just kind of refining the act, and have played that, just a couple shows, social distance and stuff like that. And so now finally, we're gonna kind of start to book more shows in a row, keep the social distancing, keep doing everything correctly, and hope that we can lead into 2022 with real big shows.
Real big. So what is it like now with the social distancing shows where you're sitting there, everybody's sitting down at a table, can't really fucking get up and move?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to feel like you're like at a Neil Diamond show.
It does have a weird vibe to it, but I mean every show that we've played, people have gotten loud.
Do they get up?
They
Are they allowed
They
to?
they're allowed to stand up at the table.
Yeah, and then that, I think that's newer, because in the other shows that we played, they weren't allowed to, and
Yeah.
everyone was so kind and respectful, and people are just happy to see live music.
That's exactly-
For
that's
us,
why
it
I'm
is
here.
super
We
weird.
got a lot
It
of
is
the
super
hands.
weird.
We got a lot of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hands,
everybody
a lot
was
of
doing
claps.
really good.
Phone lights and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They were interacting as much as they could.
And it was
You know.
it was us like enjoying and missing playing to them just as much as they enjoyed and missed listening to us. So
Exactly.
it was an
That's
awesome.
like I'm in part of the band.
Here you are on the bus.
Yeah, really.
Cowbell?
I play
Cow.
cowbell.
Okay,
Fuck
cool.
it.
Cowbell. Done.
You
gotta get a wig, bro.
I'll go with a wig. So you got one? I'll do it. Don't play, because I will. Come on. So you guys are starting. This is the first show of the tour. You guys have what, like 15 dates or so?
Something
10.
like that.
10 dates.
No, I have no idea.
And you guys are playing like little venues all over. Kind of. What are you expecting out of this tour? Is it just kind of getting out, just kind of try to reestablish the name?
I think it's getting our feet wet. Like, what do you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely looking at this year like everybody else is. We're kind of testing the waters right now. We're kind of dipping our toes in, seeing what some of the local markets are doing in this time, and ultimately we just kind of came to the realization that at a certain point our number is going to be called, right? Like, we've got some festival announcements coming up, Aftershock Festival, and I think
you guys are doing Aftershock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Aftershock
we're on
got
there.
announced.
So
I think.
it's one of those things when you get to that opportunity, you want to be as prepared as possible, and there's only so much that you can do when you're at rehearsal in a band room. You know what I mean? You actually have to go out and, whether you're playing in front of 40 people, 150 people, 4,000, or 12 people, you got to bring it every night, and you got to get, like the op said, your feet wet somehow. So that's what we're doing. We just want to get in front of our fans.
Yeah, we want to see the people. It's been so long, and maybe we can't hug them yet, but at least we can see them.
And just meeting a couple people that were coming to the show outside. I walked past them coming in. It's just great.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
great
they
to be
see
back.
you and
It's
they're like,
great to be
oh
back
God,
at the
this
show.
is awesome that I'm finally at a show. Because, I mean, my 2019, I covered 75 shows.
Wow.
Last year I did 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you go from that many to that little, your
Yeah.
life changes.
Well, I mean,
and
that's
obviously you guys
yeah.
are the same way. You guys play probably a couple times a week, if that.
Mm.
You guys practice more. But it's like everything just ended, and then it's like you have to reestablish everything
Yep.
with new rules,
Mm-hmm.
as they say. So you kind of have to abide by that as we go. So is every place that you guys are going to in this tour all abide by the same rules, or is it kind of different depending on where you're going? Because obviously if you go to like Chicago, you probably aren't really going to be able to tour up there.
We do have Florida dates on there. We basically just made sure with our management that we at the very minimum are abiding by every state's law, and then we're also kind of making sure that we feel safe and that we feel comfortable and okay to be moving around, and at the end of the day it's like we want this to be over with. We want it to end. We want it to stop. So we don't want to contribute to anything anything that would prevent it from stopping. So I guess the simple answer is like we're doing everything we can to make sure that everything is COVID safe and friendly.
And like you said, you guys have been announced to play Aftershock. What was the one that was just announced? Incarceration Festival here in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all these festivals starting to announce dates, but you're still not 100% sure if they're going to go.
Exactly.
So it's like, how are people taking it? Because it was like last year I had all these shows set up, boom, everything got canceled. Now it's like you're bringing it, kind of teasing it back.
You just got to plan for it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
got
you
to
just have to go,
plan for
right?
it, practice for it, be ready for it. You know what I mean?
It's almost one of those things like, don't be scared, just fucking run with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we'll know, I think a month before if it's actually going to happen or
sure.
not.
Yeah.
At
They
least
start-
a month.
Yeah, because they start rigging all those stages like a month beforehand.
So how can you see a festival now with the whole, especially California? They're one of the tightest, all their rules on what they have. So how are you going to have 50,000 people at a festival? I don't know. I mean, can you?
Well, that's the thing is like, is it going to be? I can't imagine that it's going to be full capacity. I also can't imagine that there's going to be like circles on the ground that you have to stay in or something.
That's not going to happen. Anyway.
Right, exactly. And so I think that they, 2 months before it happens, they have to do a, pro and con list and figure out where are we in the world, like where are the numbers, and let them deal with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We hope that we get to play live music. That's it.
We only can worry about like anybody else what we can control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long
So
as we
it's-
can show up, set up our gear, and play, then we'll let the Californians figure out how to handle that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
Let's
we,
all stay
we've got
alive.
Plenty, we've
Yeah.
got plenty of stuff like EHOP said too that we do to keep ourselves safe and everything, and like we mask up and we've got we're loaded on the bus with sanitizer and
I
all
can
the good
tell.
stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like we're we're taking this as seriously as everybody else, but we're just anxious to kind of give people a little bit of hope.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You can't. We're at,
And be active and actually go to shows again. And you know, like I said, the reason why I came down here is because I needed to get out. I needed to travel. I needed to get to a show. I needed to meet you guys.
Get in a car and go somewhere.
Exactly, and it's like I've done it a few times so far. I went to New Orleans a month and a half ago just to do it. But it's like people have to get out. They have to stop being afraid and just fucking go and run with it. I'm half vaccinated, so whatever. I got my other one in 2 weeks, so I'm good. I got my mask. You know, I stay safe. I do all that shit.
I'm good.
So you were talking about we're able to do what we can control. So controlling what we can. You guys went through a name change, like you mentioned, a year plus ago. That all came about as I read that you guys, because of the name Black Coffee, am I allowed to say it?
Oh yeah, no, totally. No.
So Black Coffee, there's so much of it out there that it's a general name. So I want to know, what 5 names did you guys have on your list before you came up with something?
Don't say the really cool one.
If you got something that you don't want to say, don't say it.
Just in case
But I
something
always
happens
love
again.
Is this the one that's your password for everything?
No.
Okay.
Wait, yes.
MT? Are you talking about MT?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My password for most
One
things is
we came
password.
up with was Free Will.
Bank account.
I like Free Will a lot.
Free will.
Well, yeah, that's why we ended up.
And that's why we didn't choose it.
Because Free Wheel.
Free
Wheel,
Wheel.
okay.
And it sounds like Free Will.
Which is also a cool band name.
Right.
But it's
And then we just couldn't choose between those. So yeah, Free Will, like probably something that he would know. I don't know. Free Will,
like
yeah.
riding off the hand.
There it is.
Exactly. So what other names? I know there was a few.
There was. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Okay, the initials are WTF. All right, and it's
White trash fuckers.
wow.
Well,
I'm sorry. I
Nailed
could have
it.
gone with something.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I'm probably wrong.
Nailed it.
Whiskey Tango Fever.
Okay. Is out there, right?
Is what?
Is that out there?
No.
No.
Tango fever?
No, we just.
There's got to be a whiskey tango something.
Yeah.
Well, Whiskey Tango
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot was
What
the
you said.
movie.
yeah. It's like, we're what the fuck?
We just
Oh,
didn't. We just didn't want to be WTF.
I don't know about that.
Understandable.
What was the
I love hearing how people come up with
the
band
space
names,
one? Remember the space one that was cool?
The space one. This
Yeah, there was
sounds
one.
good.
There was one that had to do with space. It was like Constellation or
No.
Supernova.
Yeah. No.
No,
Supernova
was one of them.
It was some kind
Thank
of
God
space.
you went with Southgate.
Dude, trust me, there was some.
Yeah, oh
real
god,
bad
there was
ones,
150 names on a sheet of
That's
paper.
what
Yeah.
I mean. I love to hear these because
Well,
I
we're
would
really
sit there-
high.
We put them in the back of our minds.
Yeah,
though,
I've forgotten
so
all
bad.
about
I
these.
can't
Oh my
remember
god, what was the
half of them.
So how did you land on South of Eden? Where did that one come about, and who kind of was like, all right, this is it?
All right, who's telling the story this time?
Well, I came up with the name South of Eden.
You did,
Yeah. No, I don't know. I was just thinking about what?
You didn't even keep going.
Oh, I can't do that accent as well.
I don't know.
You made me look bad with it.
Well,
You just sound like you're Australian.
Australian.
You can talk
Hey,
like
that's
that
a bit more
anytime you
British.
want to.
Hey, sounds like he's
mate.
from
You can
Liverpool.
do it.
Now I'm going Australian,
What you
mate.
have to do is you gotta make sure you don't use your consonants.
Consonants.
Yeah, you can.
Tuesday, isn't it?
It's all vowels. As you so, all right, so the name South of Eden, how did that pop out?
We all have a different way of saying this, but
It's kind of the running joke because we all give a different story.
yeah, it was what was happening in like 2002.
Yeah.
That's when I came up with
Is that
that.
good?
So you
That's-
guys were like 6 years old.
Well, when I
No,
came
not
up with
me.
it, I was 6 years
2000
old.
yeah.
When you came up with it, what were you doing?
So when I came up with it, basically like I had figured out that there's 4 general directions on a compass, right? I thought there was only 3. And so I'm like, yeah, west, north, east. I'm like, sick, that's an awesome, you know. And then one day someone was like, yo, head south. And I was like, what? And he was like, south, like, you know, like this way. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, we should name ourselves South of Eden. And that's, you know, it was super quick and easy like that.
And then all the logos and merch and everything, that always has to be fun trying to figure out the fonts and all that bullshit too.
Without a doubt. But
Well,
what happened when you figured it out?
when I came up with South of Eden, I actually had a dream, an body exiting type situation. You know how that happens.
Prolific.
And I got up and in my existential state or out of body state, walked into my kitchen and scrawled on the walls in gold was our South of Eden logo. So that's
What?
how I came up with the name and the logo as well.
That's nuts.
So yeah, that was,
And
that
with
was
the gold, because I bought the shirt out there when I was in there.
Dude, thank you.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
that's-
For,
And I got the fun sticker from your bro.
Hell yeah.
the bro.
Shout out to the
You
bruv.
gave me a nice
Bruv.
little sticker. So you guys have been doing this, like I said, as South of Eden, and this is basically one of your first shows out and about. Going forward, what do you guys see yourself? You said possible some festivals and other little tours. If you had some bands that you would want to tour with in your type of genre of music, because I love what you guys play. You guys play like real rock music, but it has a southern twang, but you also have your style of voice too.
You guys
that
rule,
just
man.
Thanks,
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Hey, man, I know we gotta wear a mask or whatever, but I want a photo. You guys kick ass.
You
Hell
got
yeah.
us, man.
Hey, we'll meet you after the
Take
show,
a photo
brother.
with me. I ain't kidding.
Hey, give us just a little bit.
Yeah, we're
finishing up
finishing an interview. We'll be right out.
That's always fun to kind of get cock blocked in the middle of a fucking interview. There you go.
It's cool,
So-
man. People are awesome.
So I was
man.
gonna say, looking forward, but it's really hard to look forward now with everything that's going on. So music-wise, in terms of what you guys are coming out with, you have some singles here and there. Any EP or LP in process working?
Well, we currently have an EP out called The Talk. It's got 4 songs on it, and then we've got The Talk Sessions, which has also got like a cover tune, a couple live versions of our songs on the EP, and then I believe a couple acoustic.
Yeah, we did
versions.
some acoustic renditions.
Yeah,
couple acoustic
did some
numbers.
acoustic stuff, so you can pick through those. In terms of an LP, I'm going to let my legal counsel here take that question, Mr. Rehab.
Well, one of the-
step to the floor.
Well, you said you did the cover song. You did
Show Me
Audio
How to
Slave
yeah.
by...
Yeah.
I said by Audio Slave, yeah. I don't know what I actually said right there. Getting the contact high. So
Yeah,
it's kind of getting to me right there. But yeah, like you were going to talk about, I don't know what the fuck you're going to go with, but...
So yeah, so basically you're asking about like what is our music doing
Yeah,
in the
going
future?
forward.
So we recorded a full length album, and we were so stoked to release it. Obviously, we recorded it in 2019, and so when it came time, like, okay, let's change the name at the end of 2019. We'll come out 2020 fresh. We'll drop a single, release in spring. Obviously, that would have been a horrible choice to do because we would have kind of had the rug pulled out completely from under us.
Exactly.
So we decided to wait, and it came, I think it was July or August, when we decided, like, hey, there's so many fans that need to hear a song. Like, let's release a single, which eventually led to, let's release an EP, just to give people a taste. We knew that it would be a huge strain. It wouldn't have done the album justice to release it during a time where you can't tour, because to break a rock band, like, it's already hard enough.
You
right?
have to tour.
But to not tour, like, that's how people, word of mouth is like how we got started.
Exactly.
Our live show is everything. That's where we leave everything. It's up on the stage, and that's where you really get to see us, and see us at the merch booth after the show. So it's a huge deal to not have touring, and so we didn't want to shoot ourselves in the foot by releasing the whole album too soon. We've had so much time now. I'd say a year has passed, so we've been writing like crazy and recording like pre-production stuff at our rehearsal room, and just getting ready to record another album, and really excited to like kind of have this plethora now of music, and slowly release, and kind of let the people that we signed with deal with that kind of stuff, and let us just kind of keep the flow going and create the music.
That's awesome. And you and I were talking, actually we all were, before we actually started recording, about the YouTube stuff that you guys have. So you have South of Eden with the newer work and the one song from the Black Coffee, but you still have, talk to me about the
Yeah,
YouTube stuff
because you were telling me that you were driving here and
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
trying to
driving
listen to our stuff, and so
Luckily I had the album on my
The
phone.
Black Coffee
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
So I had Creamer and I had all those songs on there.
yeah, so that album is still fully available on Spotify. It's still on YouTube. You just have to type in Black Coffee, Take One album. You have to be kind of specific, and the reason that we had to change our name was because Black Coffee was such a broad term. You type in Black Coffee, there is so many coffee shops called
I
that.
saw
Let
that. I
alone
saw a rapper. I saw
a
other
huge
bands.
rapper. There's a very
Huge
prominent
rapper.
rapper, and really
Black Coffee,
talented.
period.
Yeah, with the period. He's
You
super,
gotta make sure you
super,
have the period.
exactly. And he's super talented. And it was like, hey, let's not be compared to anything. Let's be our own thing. So if you go on YouTube and type in Black Coffee Band or Black Coffee Take One, you'll be able to see and view all of our music. You kind of have to look for the bubble letters, right?
Black Coffee.
But yeah, in South of Eden, we'll hopefully have a full-length album out this year. But yeah, we're super excited.
And looking at you guys, you're looking everything. You have the rock star looks. You're relatively young. You're 24. I don't know how old the rest of you guys are.
24.
25?
24. You're not even
27.
sure?
No,
Okay.
you're 24 still.
So
You're turning 25.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you have the look of the grizzled veterans of, like the 70s.
Cool.
Which I absolutely love.
Awesome.
And you all, there's other bands out there that I'm really good friends with, like Joyce Wolf and those guys. They're relatively young too. Greta Van Fleet, relatively young. So where did all this look and inspiration come from? And I hate saying that. Inspiration.
He doesn't like saying "come."
I don't like, no, I don't like saying where do you get your inspiration from? To me, that's like lame as hell. But obviously, that look came over years of different types of sounds and just stuff that you guys like. So, where did yours come from?
Well, the basis.
Obviously, when you have the hair, it kind of works.
Yeah, absolutely. The basis of this band, it has never changed. We've reworked our logos, we've redesigned stuff, and dressed the way we wanted to. But the whole root of the band is based off of that like OG rock mentality, where it's real, it's attitude having, it's so that entire. And that's how we record and play and everything like that. So that whole thing kind of led to dressing the way that we do, because we it's, I don't know, kind of just natural.
What is
at a
now?
point. Yeah.
I mean, like it had to have started.
I've been dressed dumb like this since I was like 14.
Basically,
with
like
the boots and all.
I just wear what I want, dude. Like I'll wear sweatpants and I'm doing it right now. I wear
Yeah,
sweatpants
sweatpants
and
and
boots.
boots.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
See, so that's what you want to do. You want to dress like yourself and not be. Well, I guess you can be a character. A lot of people do that.
But there's nothing.
It's not really this band.
it's
though.
not-
There's nothing
You're
wrong
yourself.
with that. There's nothing
No.
wrong with that. It's
'Cause it happens.
Yeah, it's just.
We're all gonna shred him because we think he looks like a dweeb. but a lot of people would say the Paisley bell bottoms make me look like a dweeb. So
Right.
we all get our little
Or it makes
say.
you look badass too.
Hey,
the only
that's what
reason I know
think.
how to dress is because Nick used to make fun of me in high school so often that like I had to figure something out.
Anything is acceptable except like Express T-shirts and.
Okay, I thought we said Express was cool. Hollister.
No.
Express has some cool
No.
T-shirts.
I agree, now they do.
Yeah.
2012.
If you're running it in the right combination, then yes.
Yeah, if you have the jacked arms.
Yeah. You
That
gotta
kinda
look.
works
You gotta
out.
look the part. Like you look good in one.
I probably did.
We probably would.
I never would. That's okay. So basically, this is about it for you guys up until the next. You guys going on 40 minutes?
Yep.
Yep.
We're gonna go on.
Yeah.
Have you seen the crowd out there yet?
No, we've
I
not.
saw some coming in, not inside.
Pretty good amount of people so far.
Yeah, we've never played in Kentucky, so
That's awesome.
We're
That's
excited.
awesome.
No, we did. We played Louisville.
And we also.
oh my god,
we also
dude! I keep
played-
forgetting about this Louisville.
It feels like we're still in Ohio.
We
It's
also-
right across the river.
we also
Say
played Thompson
Louisville.
House.
Say
But
Louisville.
Thompson.
Louisville.
Wasn't it Louisville? If we're gonna
Yeah,
clear.
something like
We're
that.
getting lucky in Kentucky.
Oh,
That also works too. So you got 40 minutes till you guys go on stage. You're gonna rock the fuck out of everything up there.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you see my camera once in a while and smile or
Yes.
smile. Fucking just
We'll
rock out
play the
and
camera, bro.
Do you care if I plug something?
plug it right there.
Plug one thing. Listen, go to Driven to Perform.
Yeah.
DrivenToPerform.com and vote for us in the Cooper Tires.
Driven to
Come
Perform
hard.
live stream competition
Hosted by Alice Cooper.
Get the fuck
To
out.
open
for
for
Evanescence.
Evanescence.
Yes.
So get on there, check out
us
the
out.
video. We covered Under My Wheels and we played Dancing with Fire.
Vote for us. If you
Vote
vote
for
for
us.
us, we get to open up for the amazing Evanescence.
And
We
get
get to see you
hosted
faster.
by
Come
Alice.
on.
We would be hosted.
So how many
by
bands
By
are in
these.
He's
this?
gonna try to kill us or
3.
something, dude.
Awesome! Awesome! Alice
there's
Cooper
3 in
walks
the
up, pulls out a
finals?
knife on you. I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like,
that's it.
just take me now.
Take it then.
We're in
It's
it right
Coop,
now, but
man.
I saw one of the sponsored ads, and I think Alice Cooper said we're gonna die if we lose.
Yeah.
So we can't lose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, do not. If
die.
you don't
Gonna
go
die
vote
if
for
you
us, you're
lose.
That's
killing
what
us.
Alice
Come
Cooper
on.
said.
That would be really sad.
I know.
Just we gotta get it done.
But then somebody off camera told him it wasn't.
Would you
gonna happen, and
keep
he
them
seemed very
alive? Keep these 4 guys right here.
Vote
alive
for
by
us.
voting
Thank you.
for South of
Please.
Eden, not black coffee or anything like that.
Yeah, they go looking. They're
like, I
I
can't
don't
find
see it.
black coffee.
South of Eden. So what was that website again? Give it to them.
Give it to them.
DrivenToPerform.com.
DrivenToPerform.com.
to vote in the Cooper Tires Driven to Perform live stream concert event hosted by the Alice Cooper.
We're
Ding,
not
ding,
worthy.
That's your money.
Worthy.
How can you not be? I mean, to have him possibly.
I know, we're
Oh,
not
we
worthy.
introduce
We're
you
not.
guys.
I want to
Man
meet
of
him.
men.
God.
Man,
Me
of men,
too.
exactly.
If we win, maybe we'll get
Have
to
you heard
meet
his
him.
new music?
The new album I actually got to listen to on my way home.
He just released it about a month
Him
ago.
and Evanescence, they both released an album.
That's it.
I've actually
Okay.
played both of their songs on one of my radio shows.
Awesome.
He's got-
Okay,
he's got
I'll
a-
check it
he's
out.
got a couple-
still stuck
but
on
Alice
Wait, is this
Cooper
the one
still
that he
sounds
got
like
the
Alice
original
Cooper.
band back together? Because I read a couple articles about
It sounds just like
Good
Alice
question.
Cooper.
Yes,
like
it does.
70s Alice
It
Cooper?
sounds like 70s.
Oh,
It's
that's
hard.
old. Oh, I didn't realize that got released.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yes,
I
I'm
forgot what they
listening
were
to that
called.
shit.
Tommy doesn't know anything about the current time, but he's got everything before the 90s written
I got you
down.
covered. I just keep myself busy, and I don't have a lot of time to keep up with current events.
He lives in the sticks.
So who knows what actual cities you guys are hitting on this tour? Can you remember?
We've got Newport, Kentucky, Indianapolis,
No,
Indiana.
Bloomington, Indiana.
I'm sorry, Bloomington, Indiana.
Go
God
onto
damn.
Instagram
Mobile,
and
Alabama.
at South of Eden
No,
Band
Prattsville,
and check it
And
out.
Mobile, Alabama.
We've got
All the way
dates
up?
available.
Okay, I was just saying.
Come check us out.
All right, so it's
Go
Newport,
to South of
Kentucky, Bloomington, Indiana, Prattville, Alabama, Panama City Beach, Florida,
nights.
2 nights in a row, Jacksonville, Florida, Mobile, Alabama,
I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. You need to make
Memphis,
sure
Tennessee,
put your
and
events on
then
your
we
Facebook
go
page.
to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little
Yeah.
Ross.
I'm sorry, what?
I was gonna say make sure you put all your events on your Facebook page. I was trying to.
Yes,
find
Yes.
I think they are on
it.
there.
They finally are starting to pop up.
Yes,
Like a week ago when I tried to go on, I couldn't get tickets. I'm like, what the hell, man? I
bro.
had to go to their page here.
Owen.
Owen!
They're like, get it up, man. So awesome, guys. Thank you guys for joining
Thank
me
you, sir.
Thank you,
here
bro.
on the
Thank you,
Badass
guys.
Podcast. And until next time.
Thank you for watching.
Wiggity, 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 wiggity,
Thanks,
wiggity,
man.
wiggity, wiggity.
Gentlemen, oh, wait,
Thank
let
you,
me-
sir.
Let me put on my mask to make sure we're doing this right. All right, cool. I am award-winning published photographer and journalist Evan J. Thomas, and I'll be bringing you badass artists from the genres of music, art, sports, radio, as well as TV and movies. On the Badass Podcast, you will hear raw, bold, blunt, and honest conversation-style interviews where no topic is off limits. Check out the show at badassproductions1.com and go to the On-Demand tab and pull up the Badass Podcast where you can watch or listen to your favorite show. Get ready, because I am Evan J. Thomas, and this is badass.